Capsule. Capsule. Biff and Chip were going to the swimming pool with Mom.
Can we go past the schools? Asked Biff.
They are building a new classroom. Perhaps we will see the digger.
Nobody was working the digger.
The builders were all looking down into a hole.
I think they found something, said Chip.
One builder jumped into the hole with a spade.
A moment later, he lifted something up.
It looks like a metal box, said Biff.
I wonder what's in it.
There might be treasure inside it, said Chip.
Perhaps rubber hid their roots underground.
You never know, said Mom.
You will have to ask your teacher about it on Monday.
Biff and Chip didn't have to ask about the box on Monday because Mrs. May was waiting to tell the class about it.
The builders found something very interesting this weekend, she said.
Mrs. May opened the lid and took out the letter.
Hello, people of the future, she read aloud.
Inside this box, you will find things that tell you all about life in our time.
This box is a time capsule, explained Mrs. May.
Some children at our school made it years ago.
They buried it so people wouldn't find it for a long time.
Inside the box there was a scrapbook with lots of photos.
Look how old-fashioned the cars and clothes are, said Nadine.
There were plastic toys, sweet wrappers, comic and newspaper in the box too.
Look at this old newspaper, said Biff.
Dad went to find a strong container.
Mom asked the children what they wanted to put in the time capsule.
I want to
Write a letter
telling people all about my
hobbies,
said Biff.
She went and got a shell from her shell collection to go with her letter.
Keeper was looking at the family photos.
I want a photo of me and Lee to put in the time capsule, he said.
And like to tell the people of the future about how we will live today, said Chip.
Why not use our camera, said Mom.
Great, said Chip.
Then I can show them how we live.
Mom showed Chip how to film using the camera.
Camera? What should I film? Asked Chip.
Try and show things that people in the future might not know about, said Mom.
I know, Biff. I will film you playing football, said Chip.
In the future, sports might be completely different.
They were outside with Biff's football.
Biff kicked the ball up once, twice. On the third kick, the ball got stuck in a tree.
Chip turned off the camera. I don't think the people of the future will want to see that, he said.
Chip went to
find keeper. I'll film you getting Ploppy to do his tricks, said Chip.
In the future, people might have different kind of pets.
Okay, said Chip. I'm filming now.
Sit, Ploppy, said the keeper.
Ploppy looked up at Keepers, but he didn't see it.
Then he ran away.
Chip turned off the camera and sat inside.
Chip took the camera inside.
I'll find Dad making dinner, he said.
In the future,
Meals
meals might be the
completely.
different.
Chip pointed the camera at Dad.
Tell us what you were making, he said.
Not now, Chip, cried Dad.
I left dinner in the oven too long. It's burning.
Smoke was coming from the oven.
Dad opened a window to let all the smoke out.
A football flew in through the open window and hit him.
Sorry, shouted Beaver from outside.
Chip pushed the off button again.
When Mom showed what had happened, she said, "Oh, Charles,
Our cycle
cycle to town for a
takeaway. I'll film you riding off, said Chip.
People in the future may not have bikes."
Outside, Mom checked her bike.
Sorry, Chip, I am afraid you can't feel my bike.
I've got a puncture.
Before Chip turned the camera off again, Floppy ran around the corner.
Tipper ran after him, shouting, "Come back!"
He chased Floppy in
Circles.
circles round and round more.
What will people in the future make of this? Said Chip, turning the camera off.
Later, the family all watched film on the computer.
They laughed at Kipper and Ploppy's tricks.
They laughed when Beaver's pooper got that shirt muddy.
Only Chip was quiet.
Everything went wrong, he said.
I wanted to show the people of the future about life in our time.
You have, said Mom.
Your film shows life in our family perfectly.
The children put a disc
with Chip's film
into the box with everything else.
They closed the box and sealed it up with tape.
Mom wrote the date on the outside of the capsule.
The children put the time capsule in a hole that Daddy had dug in the garden.
I wonder who will find it, said Biff.
Dad started to fill in the hole.
I wonder when anyone will find our time capsule, said Chip.
It may be hundreds of years from now.
It might not be
Quite so long,
said Mom.
She pointed outside. Ploppy just dug up our time capsule.
Ploppy had the time capsule in his mouth.
He was pulling it out of the hole.
Kipper ran the garden. Ploppy, drop it! He shouted.
Quick, Chip! Get the camera, said Dad.
I am sure the people of the future will want to see this.